Oh, this is a very quick video on the Weltkrieg, looking at the idea of counters and how I had a little discussion on another video where when I was saying, well, my counters are falling to pieces, which they literally are. We've got examples here where counters ripping at the back. We've got counters folding in on the sides, getting very tatty. We've got counters that are really heavily worn, misshapen, etc. And we're getting counters that are actually separating. Now, this game has been played quite heavily, and as people obviously know, that I blue tack my games, and I find that you're getting these huge stacks that you can get in this game, and you're constantly pulling the stacks apart, removing the blue tack, unblue tacking them to see what is actually in each stack. It has had its share of wear and tear on them, to such an extent that I have ordered another copy of the introductory game just to replace some of the counters that are in an absolute terrible state. The ones, well, there are not that many. I'd say you're talking about 10% of the counters are in a really bad state. Particularly important ones are the HQ ones that need replacing. So I've ordered a new copy of the introductory game just to replace the really bad Russian and Austrian ones. There's another example here. There's one where it's ripped apart and it's all tatty around the edges. More there, particularly the Russians that have suffered really badly. Now, to get round this, the easiest thing to do is not stack them on the actual board, and then you're not constantly taking the stacks apart and handling the counters. So I'm using these core markers. There's core markers that come with the game, but you've nowhere near got enough for Russia and Austria. So I've downloaded these core markers here. You see these counters. I've basically downloaded the PDF, cut them out and glued them to other counters to create my own counters. Okay, so what you do when you're doing that is your corresponding core marker, you can put your stack here, and obviously you can stack up to 6 divisions. I think you can stack up to 3 artillery with them. I can't remember. Artillery, that isn't a big issue at the moment. There's hardly any artillery units in the game at this particular stage. So this will prevent any further wear and tear, and it also becomes, once you've got used to it, it becomes an easier way of actually understanding what is going on at each front, because each part of the front, because you can actually see the strengths, you can see the weak places in the line much more easily than if you're constantly messing around with stacks. Obviously the people who do use tweezer method and just stack your counters that way, even that, it would be easier to use these core displays. You notice that's a British core display because this is just like a laminated photocopy of a British core display, because not only do you not have enough counters with the new counters, you need to print off new core sheets for them. And that's really it. Very quick thing on the counters in this particular game. I think what the problem with them is they're slightly thinner than the normal counters that you get. You can't really see that, it won't focus. Only slightly thinner, but they do sort of tend to get damaged.